all children under the age of 13 have never received a Disney toy in their Happy Meal. We're going to talk about that, along with the NFL getting a new pizza sponsorship and several new product announcements from Taco Bell. Let's get started. Kids today have never received a Disney toy in their Happy Meal. That's because 12 years ago, McDonald's and Disney ended their partnership, Disney citing that they had introduced new company guidelines as far as healthy nutrition goes, and Happy Meals did not fit into those guidelines, and such they did not want to have their toys associated with the Happy Meals. This was at a time when childhood obesity rates were at all-time highs. So it made sense for Disney to back away and disassociate themselves with fast food at that time. So it's been 12 years since then, and McDonald's has slowly been making efforts to get their Happy Meals to be healthier. In fact, we just reported last week how that McDonald's was once again taking strides to make their Happy Meals healthier by eliminating cheeseburgers and chocolate milk from the menu, among other things. So that seems to be the final key that is making Happy Meals healthy enough for Disney to now say yes, they fall into their corporate guidelines for nutrition. And so their partnership is back on. It's a multi-year agreement. It covers a lot of aspects of the Disney portfolio, which we'll get into. But it is non-exclusive, which means that the Disney can work with other restaurants to have promotions with their properties. I'd be surprised though if McDonald's doesn't nail down a majority of these properties, because I don't know of any other fast food restaurants that are making such a big effort to make their kids' meals as healthy as McDonald's has taken, with a little bit of trickery, right, with making things still available but not necessarily listed on the menu. But whatever works. For on paper, they're healthy enough for Disney. So I mentioned this spans pretty much all of Disney's properties. It spans their animation, it spans Pixar animation, Disney live action, Marvel Studios, and Lucasfilms, which of course is Star Wars. So what are the animated features that are coming up? They've already announced that the toys will start with The Incredibles 2, which is out this summer. Then after that, you've got Wreck-It Ralph 2, and then next year you've got Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2. Now that's so pretty much that's a lock. All those movies are going to be featured in the Happy Meals. I would say no doubt. And then Disney live action. So those are like the recent fairy tales they've been doing that are kind of cool remakes of the cartoons. Like last year they had Beauty and the Beast. They've got a whole slate of them coming up. I mean, Beauty and the Beast was such a popular movie, and along with Jungle Book and Cinderella before that. But Beauty and the Beast was so popular that they just greenlit all these live action fairy tales. In fact, next year there's 3 scheduled to release. That includes Dumbo, Aladdin, and The Lion King. And then they've got 12 other ones that they've greenlit. They're in some stage of production. And then of course Marvel Studios, they also release about 3 movies a year. And Star Wars, usually about a film a year. Plenty of properties. I mean, if you add all those up, that covers over half the year that the Disney toys could be in McDonald's Happy Meals. I'd be surprised if they do release toys for every single movie that comes out. Incredibles 2 is going to kick it off, so that kind of means that they're skipping Avengers. So maybe not all these properties are going to make it into the Happy Meals. Although it could still be that they announced Incredibles 2, but they're still going to release Avengers toys. Didn't want to make it part of the official announcement because Incredibles 2 being an animated film would make the bigger splash and seem more kid friendly in the announcement. So I'm really overjoyed. I've got a son, and it's going to be great that he can have Disney toys in his Happy Meal as he goes through his childhood. I'm very excited about that. Sticking with McDonald's, they really can't catch a break when it comes to this Szechuan sauce stuff. I mean, well, actually, don't get me wrong. The Szechuan sauce has been wildly successful at bringing attention to McDonald's, but they just can't get lucky with the fans of Rick and Morty. At first they make a very limited amount of quantities, and people are upset because there's not enough. And then now they make 20 million packs of the Szechuan sauce, and people are upset because it's not meeting their expectations of how great Rick says that it was in the TV show. So, like I said before, in my previous Szechuan sauce video, there really wasn't a huge demand for the Szechuan sauce until the Rick and Morty episode. So it doesn't surprise me that people getting to taste it now for the first time aren't satisfied with what it's delivered. It was all the hype. It's basically just a dipping sauce. So that has sparked, though, people actually asking McDonald's to bring back a different item that they discontinued, which is their orange Hi-C lava burst drink. They discontinued this last year after serving it for like 70 years. So it's understandable why people are demanding it back. I mean, that's ingrained into some people's meal that they have an orange Hi-C with their McDonald's. Something that I'd like them to bring back. I have fond memories of it. It tastes, that orange drink tastes like McDonald's to me. I remember when I was a kid, my parents used to go to McDonald's and buy 5 gallons of it for my birthday parties. So I would love them to bring that back. I'd even be okay if they threw some vitamins or juice in there to make it a little healthier. As long as it still tastes the same, I'd be happy. In our next bit of news, Papa John's announced quite some time ago that they were going to end their sponsorship of the NFL. They were no longer going to be the official pizza of the NFL. So now we know who the next official pizza of the NFL is going to be. It's going to be Pizza Hut. They've signed on for a multiple-year deal that's actually worth more than the Papa John's deal was. So Papa John's was saying that all of the controversy surrounding the NFL has hurt the ratings so much that they're seeing a dip in their pizza business. Basically saying that they were paying too much for this pizza sponsorship and they want it out. But the NFL turns around and they're able to get more out of Pizza Hut. So it doesn't sound like the deal was overpriced. Pizza Hut's not just going to throw their money away. So in my opinion, this is a huge loss for Papa John's and a huge win for Pizza Hut. I mean, Pizza Hut, they're going through some tough times. They could use a shot in the arm, and this could very well do it. Sports sponsorships are extremely valuable because with all the time-shifted viewing, meaning people recording things and watching them on DVR later and fast-forwarding through commercials, pretty much the only shows that they don't do that frequently in are live sporting events. So being able to advertise in sporting events is extremely beneficial for companies. And sponsoring the sports are even better because then not only are you seen in the commercial breaks, but oftentimes you're seen at the the bumpers, like when they're coming back from a commercial. You see the companies mentioned there, and then a lot of times you'll get mentioned during the content as well. So and when people are definitely watching, they're getting eyeballs on your brand. So this is a huge win for Pizza Hut to be able to get that kind of exposure. Hopefully they're able to come up with some better marketing campaigns than they had for this last Super Bowl, which was that everyone was going to get a free pizza if a touchdown was scored in 13 seconds or less. That was very unlikely to happen. So hopefully they're going to come up with something better than that for next NFL season. And then finally, Taco Bell just dropped some announcements on us. They have confirmed, this is official confirmation, that they are bringing back the Naked Egg Taco on March 8th. So this is no news to people who watch this program because I discussed this 2 weeks ago on my show. So at that time, of course, it wasn't officially confirmed from Taco Bell, but now they've made it official. March 8th, Naked Egg Taco is coming back. They also did something interesting, which I can't ever remember them doing before, which is they are officially announcing that they are testing a new item. Typically, we hear about these test items through blogs and websites or Reddit, where someone spots the test item and then it gets picked up by these outlets. But here we have a case of Taco Bell officially announcing that they are testing something called the Toasty Cheese Chalupa. And there are a few variations on this chalupa. There's breakfast and non-breakfast editions. And it also looks like within that there's a couple different breakfast options, and there may be some different lunch dinner combinations as well. But basically what it is a chalupa with some toasted cheese on the outside. And you know, looking at this, it looks like something that's almost upscale, right? I mean, this is not something that I've seen before from Taco Bell or really many other fast food restaurants. Sometimes you see buns with toasted cheese on them, but I mean, it looks great. It looks like something I would expect to get in a Taco Bell cantina, but they're testing it in regular Taco Bell. So my guess is that because they're announcing this test, it could mean a couple things. It could mean that they're pretty confident that this is going to eventually roll out nationwide, and they want to get the hype train going, or they have noticed that their test items oftentimes get picked up by these food blogs and stuff like that, and they just want to kind of beat them to the punch and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Here it is, and here's a good image of it, instead of a lot of times it's a grainy picture that someone just snapped with their cell phone. So who knows why they're doing this, but hopefully they'll continue doing it, because I love to hear about it. In addition to the official announcements from Taco Bell, we also had the website livingmoss.com post that they have 100% confirmed that the next promotional item, not this March promotional item, the Naked Egg Taco, but the following one that will be released in April, it's going to be a new product called the Triple Melt Burrito, along with its sister, the Triple Melt Nachos. So looking at this, it's basically exactly the same as the Beefy Melt Burrito that came out in 2011. The difference being that they've swapped out the sour cream and added nacho cheese instead. So, and they're calling it the Triple Melt Burrito, which is interesting, because the only thing that's triple about it that I can tell is it uses the triple cheese blend, or the 3 cheese blend at Taco Bell, which a lot of products do that. So you're gonna say that any product that has the 3 cheese blend in it, you can call it the triple? I mean, that seems a little misleading to me, but technically it's got 3 kinds of cheeses, so it's got triple cheese. I'm excited to try this. I like the items I mentioned before that have the melted cheese in them instead of the nacho cheese. This one has both, so you win some, you lose some. I can always order it without the nacho cheese, and I think it'd be just fine. And I want to leave you with this deal here from Little Caesars. This is a fantastic deal that I think is too good to pass up. You get one of their Detroit-style deep dish pizzas, which I love because it's got that burnt cheese all the way around the edges, plus a 20-ounce soda for $4. This is, I can't even begin to say how great of a deal this is. It's basically the same deal that they had going before, which was the same items for $5. They have knocked the dollar off of that, so now it's $4, which is unbelievable. I remember when I was a kid, you could go to Kmart where they had a Little Caesars inside, and you would get one slice of this Detroit-style pizza, 1/4 of this pie, for like $2.50 or $3. But here you're getting 4 of those for $4 and a drink. And if you place a value on that 20-ounce drink, it's got to be about $1.50, which means you're basically paying $2.50 for the deep dish pizza. Come on, such a good deal. Now it's only available between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. for this price. So lunchtime, go out, get this from Little Caesars. You can thank me later. That's enough out of me. Now it's up to you to continue the conversation down below. Let me know what you think about anything we talked about today. Are you excited about the Disney toys coming back in the Happy Meals? What do you think about Pizza Hut being the new official pizza of the NFL? And which of these Taco Bell items are you most excited to try? I know for me, that chalupa that they're testing with the toasted cheese, that is something that I would really like to get my hands on. They're only testing it in West Virginia, so it's not something that I'm going to see on my plate anytime soon. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I've got some more videos you can watch down below here. Plus, click on that icon to subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.